We will make this time engaging as you're waiting, whether you're driving or just hanging out in the world. But what's one of the biggest challenges in getting fully funded right now? So that's my question to y'all. I got a few questions throughout this webinar. Just going ahead and take that minute.com and then put in the code and answer the question. What's the biggest challenge in getting fully funded? And make it personal. You see some of the results out there, guys. Got this little thumbs up. As I go through the presentation, you can thumbs up, but throw me some answers out there. Okay, get my own way. Now I'm starting to see y'all getting a little comfortable. Thanks, y'all. Thank y'all. So I feel like most challenge aspect is the people responding to my request and meeting. Okay. Wavering in faith, lack of people being able to support, a lack of contacts. I know those are real things, Staying fully funded is more than getting fully funded. I mean, that's right. That's real. Okay, I see y'all coming in hot now, man. We got a party going. Oversaturated ministries. I haven't officially started. I mean, you about to go into this. About to be good. Okay. Everyone in my network already support a lot of other people. They say the stats out there that 20% of the people in the church actually fund 80% of the church budget. So I guess that may be true for the mission field too. All right. I appreciate y'all filling out this. Again, I'm going to be presenting it through this platform. So you can click here when you like something I say, thumbs up, and it will be an opportunity for you to ask questions throughout the presentation. But first, I would like to say, hey, thank y'all for even logging in and spending some time with me. It won't be long. We got like a quick little 30, 35-minute presentation and we'll be good. Consistency, I think that's right too. So some of the challenges we all face in getting fully funded. Today, the presentation is going to be all about the 5 shifts to getting fully funded. We're talking about, man, how do I raise 50 to 100K with confidence, clarity, and with a team behind me? So your boy just got his doctorate, so I'm throwing it in there, and I did my thesis, my master thesis on fundraising, and then I did my doctoral on fundraising, focus on minorities and African Americans, and we're helping people get fully funded. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have learned over the years, but also the things we implement as we help missionaries get fully funded. But why does this webinar even matter will be something that the world may be asking. I know you probably not asking because you logged on. People think support raising is just a means to an end. It's just like, I just got to do this. This is just an evil that I just got to overcome. Oh, no, it's an opportunity. I think support raising may be one of the best opportunities we get to disciple people in the way of God. But a lot of people are just struggling with support raising, mainly because they don't got a strategy. Without a clear system, burnout is guaranteed to happen. And just feeling stuck and just missing out on opportunities. This is a presentation to tell you, hey man, how do I go from fatigue to being just a fruitful person in the support raising world? All right, what are you going to learn today? We got this thing called net casting out there. It's like, man, how do I get to 500 names? That's something I'm big on. Just get as many names as possible. You think like 500, that is crazy. But man, we got a way of how you can get there. The presentation is crucial. One of the overlooked things, a lot of people start thinking about who am I going to contact? And then they're going to be find out like, man, where is all of the contact information? And then they're going to be scheduling all these meetings. And people forget that your presentation has to be not perfect, but almost perfect. And it has to be a message throughout your support raising process that you're truly just trying to get across. And we're going to talk about that. Advocacy team. This is a concept of getting people behind you. You think about places like St. Jude, they raise millions, maybe billions of dollars a year. And I got about 100, 200 people in a fundraising department. They help them raise funds. How can you build your fundraising department, your advocacy team for people who truly can get behind you and help you accomplish what you need to accomplish? The follow-up funnel, we're talking about ways that we have created to use AI, to use just a good solid system to fuel the support raising thing. And we're going to break down every last one of these. And then the system. Build rhythms. You don't have to be on a roller coaster. I mean, a lot of people want to support raising. They'd be like, oh man, right when you about to start, like, man, things are great. Oh my gosh. And then boom, I think you get your first rejection. And then you're like, oh, somebody support you. It don't have to be a roller coaster, guys. You just need a solid system. All right, let's engage real quick. We're going to start talking about the netcast. And how many people do you think that are on your potential donor list right now at this moment? Like people that if you were to say, hey, I'm going to start fundraising tomorrow, man, how many people do you have on your potential list right now? That's crucial. Okay. We got less than 50, got 250. We got some less than 50s. So there's a range out there as you're filling it in. Again, if you just hopped in, we are on mintit.com and you can put your results in through 799996002. And this is something we just do as we engage each other throughout the presentation. But if you're going to support race, it's important to have a list of potential people you're going to be reaching out to. That leads us into our net casting phase. Names are your ammo in your support reason process. You gotta have names, and these names represent people. You gotta be a person that truly understands that your problem isn't like the lack of people. You just haven't created a system to help you get to the people. And everybody we coach, they start with 500 names, whether they're raising $1,000 a month or 5,000 or 10,000. Like, let's just start. And the exercise is just important because you're looking at it as like, man, who has God put in your life? That's what we're just trying to find out. The person you met in the airport, the person that was in your small group 10 years ago, your high school teacher. We're making the argument in our process that God has put all of them in your life for a reason, and we get to invite them to be a part of what God is doing and what he has done in the past through your life and what we're trusting God to do in the future. So we got trackers, we got some AI tools, we got things that we have created just to help people identify, man, who are these people that God has blessed to be a part of my life? Not people that I'm going to go out and ask for money, not people that I'm just going to invite to be a part of this. Who has God blessed me with already? And we're talking about whether they're a part of your community, your family, your friends, your school, your neighborhood, or are they just contacts of people that you just ran across when you were at the gym or when you're walking down the street or when you're at the airport or things. We're big on this right here. And then we're big on growing it. A part of our process is people who are in our programs every week have to go to other places that they're normally not a part of and network and build relationships and really grow their contact base because of God care about people, and God's method is people to reach the world, but also God's method to getting you fully funded is people. How can we grow people? Because people are the biggest resource in the world and the biggest blessing you're ever going to have in your life. Building your net casting map is crucial, but inside of this, we're identifying 25 connectors. And these people are going to play a crucial role in connecting you with other people. We'll talk about that more on the advocacy on tap. But you don't need a miracle. You just need a map just to map it out because God already blessed you with miracles. There's stats out there that say that, man, there's over 80,000 people you're going to come across in your life. And right now, we're just trying to identify just 500 of them. So we got tools, we got trackers, we got spreadsheets to help you get there. And I've seen people come up with 1,000. So a lot of people come up with 100, but people come up with 1,000 of people that they came across names. It's easier than you think if you're willing to just focus on the fact of who has God blessed me to encounter throughout my life instead of focus on who are the people that can give to my ministry. So that's phase one. There has to be a big shift of how you think about people and how you think about names and how you think about getting your database right. You get this wrong right here, support raising it's a challenging task. And everybody who's listening, watching, if it was like, I'll give you $1 million, right? Like if it was an offer that I'll give you $1 million, that tomorrow you come with me with 500 names in a spreadsheet document, I bet every last one of y'all will come with 500 names in that document. I'm talking about real names, like no cheating, but that's I know you would. Like 500 names in a document for $1 million, every last one of y'all would do it. So how much more should we be willing to do it for the kingdom of God? And really just every last one of these names are Ebenezer's that God has blessed into your life of people that he allowed you to cross paths with, whether believers or not believers. So people made in his image that you got to encounter. Oh, that's our net casting. You got to shift that. On the presentation it's a game changer if you get your presentation right, guys. So I tell people all the time, a presentation is just casting your vision to your net at the end of the day. And we got to be people who truly get that. And your presentation don't just start when you sit down across from a person at a coffee shop. Your presentation start the second you send that first email, the second you make that first call, that first text message or DM you send. You're presenting yourself and you're communicating a message. And we want to communicate a message that move people and not just talk to people. You know what I mean? We want to move people. We want to stir people's hearts for the things of God. So we just need to make sure we're thinking about it from A to Z, that you're mapping it out from the second that you call a person, email a person, you send a digital brochure, that when you sit down with them and you share your presentation, and then even how you follow up and thank them. What's your message? So I'm a big story brand guy. And I have come to the conclusion that I am not the hero of the story. Like, my ministry is not even my ministry, it's the Lord's ministry. I'm just a laborer working in the Lord's harvest. But the ministry that God has allowed me to be a part of, I am not the hero. That every last one of the donors and the people who are praying and the people who are giving their time, their talents, and their treasure to this ministry, they're the hero. And I'm communicating that from the first time I send them an email to the last time I thank them. That I'm saying, hey, this is happening because of you. There's college students in Chicago that are walking with Jesus because of you prayed, because of you gave, because of you spent some time on the college campus to help them grow in their faith. And that needs to be a part of. It's not about, hey, would you give to my ministry? Would you bless what God is doing in my life? Like, no, it's about them. We all get to play a role in this. And I'm reminding them the role that they get to play. With Funded Tribe, we have the scripts ready to go. When you're talking to people face to face or when you're calling people, it's mapped out. The emails is mapped out. It's done for you. There's a lot of organizations out there, and it's a part of my presentation too, that they'll tell you how to fundraise. You go and sit in a workshop for a day, a weekend, or even over a Zoom meeting. They'll tell you what to do. So that's one option. And then there's organization that will actually do it for you. You know, if you got enough money, but more than likely you're on this webinar, you don't got the money to pay somebody to go fundraise for you. Like, that's an option. And the third one is that, man, you join along somebody that's gonna do it with you. And that's what we're offering. We create the tools, we create the templates, we create your digital brochures, we create your email templates, we create your presentation templates. Most of the time, all you got to do is dump a picture in there, and the story goes on. So you're presenting what God has done and what you're trusting God to do. You'll hear me say that over and over and over. If you look at your life, and you're gonna look at my life, God saved me on a college campus. He sent a missionary to my dorm that was funded by other missionaries. Or funded by other Christians who walked into my life, shared the gospel with me over and over and over. And now I stand before you, a child of God who truly do understand the love of God. And I'm living my life to help college students get to know him. And I'm helping other people really do turn to Jesus. The information that we give is all about vision casting, guys. The next one, a big shift. You were not created to do this alone. We got to build a team. And we have come up with a solid way for you to build a team. And this team, and to be honest, you're building teams upon teams. So you need to build a prayer team, and you're really asking people to really come along with you and to be consistent praying, where they're getting updates, consistently praying for you. And then a connection team. And that's a game changer if you really can really pull this off. Connectors, people who literally exist to be people who are connecting you. To be a part of your connection team, that they're saying, hey, I'm going to connect you to 10 individuals and a church. So that is like the number one thing that we need to be asking them for, 10 people and a church. And then host. We call them vision dinners or vision groupings, because it could be over Zoom or it could be over dinner at somebody's house. And this is an opportunity for them to actually just to host your webinar, to host your support meeting and be a part of it. And then your anchor donors. Anchor donors are major donors. That I'm putting them together and building a community with my anchor donors and giving them a space to help me think about how to raise more funds, a space to think about how to do ministry better. So I'm building teams. So just imagine if you had 10 people on your prayer team, 10 people on your connected team, 10 people hosting events consistently, and then 10 major donors. You won't be alone. And that's 40 people that are really owning your ministry and really are in it to win it. So we have a system of how do you build these out and how do you get them off the ground. You don't have to raise support alone, guys. Not at all. The last one is just a follow-up funnel. So in order to land a donor, you got to be in it to at least with a mindset, I'm going to reach out to them 8 times. And this reach out is not like a bill collector and asking them, hey, you're going to see your money, you're going to see your money, you're going to see your money. No, this is like touch points of how you got to think about setting up a whole system to stay before them. I tell people all the time that every day I feel like I got 100 things on my to-do list. So if somebody called me and asked me to consider donating to their ministry, at the moment, I'm going to think about it. But then the second we hang up or I leave that meeting, they go to like 101. You know what I mean? Like, but we need a follow-up way that we stay at the top of the list. And I put them in categories. Is a direct ask, like, hey, I'm following up from our meeting last week. But then it's the gospel stories of how do we send them stories to remind them what God has been doing. Because most people who sit down with you will be captivated in the meeting. It's the fact when they get up and they go into their normal life stuff that they forget about you. And then we got the soft reminders. We got a system of how you can personalize and how you can automate and how you can just have it on repeat so that you can get to these 8 to 12 contacts without even thinking about it. So follow up don't have to be nagging. It's about nurturing. The most loving thing you can do for me, if you ask me to go and invest in the kingdom of God, is to remind me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most loving thing you can do. It's not being a pest. It's not being a person to get somebody to know. It's like, no, I'm reminding them the most important things that they need to be reminded of because of with social media and all the worries of the world, man, people, they just forget. So we just got to have a good system of how we can do this and have it on auto. The last shift is you need a system. You need some rhythms that's going to create results. You don't just need to be hustled. And I'm one of those guys that's like, hey, give me 3 weeks and I'm going crazy about to burn myself out, calling 100 people a day and things like that. But you need a system, a rhythm that goes for a long time in a sense. And you need some accountability. We have built a system. We got the documents, we got the tools, we got the templates, we got the coaches, we got the rhythms that you would need to be successful in the support raising world. We got platforms like Mighty that we're using, mapping out schedules. You need something that's going to help you really just win in the game. It don't have to be chaotic. You just need a good system out there. There's business guys out there that say, man, when they're going to go buy a company, the number one thing that they're going to do is they're going to go buy a company that actually has good systems and procedures. And you need to create that in your support raising world. Somebody put earlier, one of the struggles of support rate is consistency. You just need to have it set up in a way that it works for you and it's not working against you. We helped over 300 missionaries, ministers get fully funded, and they come up to be about 15 mil. If you just look at the amount that they raised during the program, so I'm coaching over 40 organizations. God is moving, and I mean, it's a proven method that is working. It ain't perfect, but we're trying to perfect it. And with AI, it's getting better every day, y'all, but it is getting better every day. So it's working, and we want to invite you guys to be a part of it if you haven't. So yeah, I said this earlier, and I just want you to get it. There's organizations out there that say, hey, when it comes to support raising, fundraising, or whatever, like we tell you what to do. They give you a workshop. They give you all the tools, and they read the book to you. You know, the typical classroom experience, and then you got ones that do it with you. That's what we're saying. We're gonna do it with you. We don't want to do it for you because that'll take you away from the deep connections that you're going to get in the support raising process. Some of my closest friends and mentors came throughout this process. We don't want to take that away from you. We saying we're coming alongside of you. We're walking you through it. We're praying with you. We're guiding you. We're helping you overcome the fears. We're helping you stay consistent. You get check-in reminders of what you're supposed to do every day. You got weekly reports you got to fill out every week. You get reports that you get your weekly reports to you multiple times throughout the week. You got people who looking at your presentation and coaching you through it to make it ideally perfect, but you know, perfect don't exist. That's what you get with us, and we're really trying to make it better every day, man. And the people that are coaching you are fundraisers. So just don't get that twisted. None of the organization I was seeking fundraising and somebody's like, yeah, I'm not, I just get paid to do this. Like, I get that, but you don't understand what it's like right now with me going to pick up this phone and I'm sweating because I'm scared to do it. So that's kind of what we do a little different. Quick question before I bring it home. Which of the 5 shifts do you need the most of right now? So is it netcasting? Is it the presentation? Is the advocacy team? It's your follow-up funnel, or it's the system? Just gonna take a time and just gonna fill it in. Just want to see what you guys are thinking out there. It's like, man, I need to get my presentation better. I need to get an advocacy team. My follow-up game needs to improve. So it seems like it's pretty much even across the board. And y'all don't understand the system, and it's the lowest one. But what we are doing is saying, hey man, all of this in a system that's organized well, that has like step-by-step instruction that actually automatically got you following up with people, They got scripts for how do you actually lead out your advocacy team. How do you make your perfect ideal presentation, or even why did I make it this way and things like that. So I do appreciate y'all sharing that. Hopefully it was helpful to some of y'all. But next steps. So we're starting a fundraiser course, support raising, fundraising, mission funding, August the 10th. So that's when our next cohort going to be launched off. And we're doing the weekly. You get the weekly coaching, you get the weekly training, you get the daily check-ins, you get all of our templates, you get all of our tools, and we're helping people get fully funded. If you're interested in learning more, schedule a call, reach out to us. Hit us up at fundingtribe.org, and we will tell you more. And we'll even send you an email to some next steps. But if you're looking for a system that works, we got you. It ain't 100%, but it's like 90 proof. Right, that's good stuff right there. And we're excited to help anybody to get fully funded so that you can go live out one of the most important things, that's living out what God has called you to do. So thank y'all for joining. And, I'm going to end this presentation, and I do appreciate every last one of y'all for taking your time. If you got any questions, send us an email. Got any concerns, send us the emails. But again, thank y'all for hanging out with me today. And that's our 30-minute webinar. Deuces.